this is going to be a quick video of how do I push myself to keep going when there is no motivation. Okay, because I can't rely on motivation. It can work, but I can't rely on it. So one thing that I do when it comes to training is focus on my goals. Okay, why should I train and what are the consequences of not training? I remember that, but then I give myself a reward after training. So there needs to be a prize, a compensation that I give myself because I trained. It's kind of like a sticker that the teachers give the kids. It's us creating our own dopamine reward after training. Although training itself should be the reward on its own, but whenever we lost a drive, we lost or the motivation is lacking, or we're frustrated with training for some reason, we need to turn our focus to something else. Okay, and creating, for me, for example, after training, doing sauna is a reward for me. Doing a very nice, tasty after workout meal, it is also a good incentive for me. And because usually if I don't exercise, I don't feel hungry, I don't feel like eating, so I usually eat whatever. Okay, but if I do train, I do make sure that I do a tasty, very tasty meal. So then my brain starts to connect. Okay, if I exercise, I get to experience these nice meals, I get to enjoy sauna, which is relaxing, which is nice. But if I don't work out, I usually there is no like a reward for myself, for my training, for the sensation of well-being. So then there are external things attached to me working out. Okay, eventually, if I keep going like this, I will build a habit, and after I build a habit and the momentum, I will start to feel excited because I see the results, and then now I'm hooked because of the results. It's not so much about, although I will keep doing the sauna, I will keep with the nice meals, because if I remove that, then my brain might be like, oh, what's going on? But now we have visual motivation to keep going because we don't want to lose it as well. So that works very well. But the habit itself, because once we build a habit, we will notice that we will naturally wake up and go. And another thing that we will start to get hooked on is the feeling after a good session. There's like all these hormones that we release after a good session, and we start to get hooked on those hormones release. Okay, that's a good addiction to have, to be craving for those release, those sensation of happiness after a good session. Another thing for running, there's a thing called runner's high. That's another one. But the runner's high, they only come after we build a habit and we develop the technique and we learn to breathe, because the runner's high is actually related to a very enjoyable run. And an enjoyable run is a run with good technique, where we are breathing well, it's flowing, and with that combination of everything will actually makes us feel this runner's high, which is actually a lot of intake of oxygen that makes us feel high. Because I've noticed that whenever I went to have a baby, they give me this oxygen thing, and after breathing that oxygen thing, I was kind of like feeling high. I would feel very good and pain-free. And when we are running and we can breathe properly and we are running with good technique, we will feel the same thing, that sensation of high, being high. And that's amazing that we can reach that point without any alcohol, any drugs, any mushrooms, not that I've done mushrooms. I think that's the but I have tried alcohol and be like kind of drunk with alcohol. No, I've been drunk with alcohol, and I have tried the grass thing, but I'm not addicted to none of that, and I don't use it. I don't even use it, like I don't use it at all. It was just a try thing. But and alcohol, I only, if I had to drink, it would be socially. Okay, I don't use alcohol on my daily basis. But having that sensation because of exercise is an amazing thing. So now we have the amazing body as a result. We've built a habit, we built a momentum, we have this amazing feeling after exercise. We have our own external compensation, the meal, the sauna, the massage, if you want to also add that. All of this is just adding on. So then we don't need really to watch motivational or other people doing stuff. We are our own motivation. We have our own reward system. We actually have the habit. So, but to get to this point, we need to go to that point where we are pushing ourselves internally. We are motivating ourselves internally, and we create external rewards for ourselves. And that external reward is very personal. It has to do with what would you give to yourself that it doesn't also cost you money to the point that you can't give yourself that reward every single day, or a reward also that will not make you fat. Let's say you give yourself a reward of a cake after every session. That's not very good reward. So my reward is a balanced meal, but it's very tasty, something like a steak. I love a steak. I love a good Subway, but homemade. I love even if it's chicken with rice. I love a one that I mix with a salad. I put a little bit of mayo, a little bit of Southwest sauce. I mix everything. I really love that dish. So I really make sure that I make a really nice meal for myself. So it's things that doesn't cost me extra money, and my brain does see it as a reward for a good workout. Okay, but the workout session itself eventually will become a reward on its own, because like I said, we will start to feel amazing after a good workout, and we start to crave that. So these are my tips for building habits to push ourselves and not depend on external motivation, not depending on our coach, not depending on seeing other people doing stuff and feeling like we're staying behind and we need to do something because somebody else is doing something. No, it's just we're doing it because we have our own goals, and we don't want to look bad in the mirror, and we also want to be healthy and longevity and all this nice stuff. Okay, I'm going to the gym now.